Claire Hoffman grew up in Fairfield.
I love Iowa.
And like many others, looks back on her childhood in a small rural town.
I remember being a kid and driving, to Iowa City or something on the one and, complaining with my friend in the back seat that it smelled like, pigs or whatever. And my friend's mom, I will never forget this, said, you know what, someday you're going to be so happy you're from Iowa. And I totally feel that way.
But it hasn't always been like that. Hoffman grew up in the Transcendental Meditation movement and went to Maharshi School. It was part of a search for a variety of things for her and her family. Being together, happiness, and a campus-wide quest for world peace.
And when I moved away from Iowa when I was 17, I had a lot of anger and a sense of real, outrage and cynicism towards the TM movement and towards Maharishi.
Years later, Greetings from Utopia Park, Surviving a Transcendent Childhood was published.
I wrote this book because I think that people have become very divided about religion. You have people who are very against religion and people who are very pro-religion. I didn't feel like there was a lot of discussion about the gray area of belief and what it feels like to be a part of a community and what it feels like when you start to doubt that and ask questions, and also the process of going back and finding value from the religion that you grew up in, even if you don't actually want to be a part of it anymore.
Meditation's evolution from obscure to common actually follows a pattern.
This happens throughout American history with religion, where you have what is considered sort of freaky and outsider and sect or cult-like becomes mainstream, So in 1983, when we moved there, the idea of meditation or yoga or vegetarianism seemed totally weird, or Eastern philosophy. But now, that's everywhere.
The act of meditation itself is a different kind of pattern Hoffman has come to recognize as a part of who she is.
I sort of sit quietly, close my eyes, and after a little bit I start to say a mantra that I've had since I was 10 years old. And for me, that allows, as the minutes go by, for me to kind of stop thinking. And it kind of just gives it a sense of space and silence. And I think, people who haven't meditated experience that same feeling maybe when they're going for a run or they're out in the woods with nature. There's those moments we've all felt where our mind can kind of slow down or stop. And having a daily technique that allows me to do that makes that silence feel sort of part of who I am.
Another part of who she is Iowa.
When I left Fairfield, I felt like I kind of left that sense of purpose and I left that kind of feeling of connectedness to something bigger. And I think it's fantastic for people to kind of find ways to connect, no matter what they are. For me, I'm still trying to figure it out.